Everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about perks and their augments. I'm going to do a series on every perk, so if you want to watch the rest of these videos, look at my Black Ops 6 playlist. But today we're going to be talking about Stamin Up. So I've gone through and unlocked everything for Stamin Up Soda, all its augments. I used all of them as I unlocked them, and there were some that were good and some that I didn't think were useful, at least not right now with the maps we have. So that's definitely something to consider, that while some of these things may not look useful right now, we may have some maps in the future where something like the become immune to fall damage becomes more useful, because like right now that's not very useful. Let's jump right into it. The first major augment is Free Faller. This is going to allow you to become immune to fall damage. So what I mean by this may become useful in the future, there might be a way to get a power up or a certain step of an Easter egg done that you can only do by dropping down a certain distance that would probably down you, and having something like Free Faller on would just negate that, make it no problem. So while we don't know if something like that is coming in the future, while I say that some of these augments on these perks aren't very helpful, I mean that right now, but it's definitely fun to speculate maybe why Treyarch put these in the game, because they're in here for a reason. Maybe we just don't know that reason yet. That is the first major augment, Free Faller. Our next major augment is called Dasher. It's going to increase our attack sprint duration. Very self-explanatory. You can run faster longer, which I think that's very useful. I think you can use that all the time, every time you're sprinting, going anywhere on the map. Definitely useful. No-brainer. And then we have Stalker. That's going to allow you to walk faster while aiming. And I know some of you guys out there only hip fire, and I know some of you guys are like me where you have the ADS problem. I ADS every time I shoot. I had to train myself in multiplayer to not do it up close, but it was a problem. But with perks like Deadshot Daiquiri that allow you to lock on to the head and get crits very easily, you are going to be walking backwards while you're aiming down sight a lot, and Stalker is going to allow you to walk faster. So that means you're going to be able to get more shots off before the zombies catch up to you, making it easier to wipe out the train. So that's why I use Stalker. You might like Dasher, or if you're a mad lad, you might like Free Faller. You might try to jump off of too much stuff, but you can't really go wrong. But I like Stalker. I think that's going to give you the most opportunity to do damage to zombies. All right, next we're going to be talking about the minor augments for Stamin Up. The first one is called Hard Target, and this is while tactical sprinting, projectile damage is reduced. So if you read that real quick, you're like, oh, projectile damage is reduced, but it's only while you're tac sprinting. I know with all the manglers, it seems like that should be really nice, but the amount of times that you're going to get hit by a mangler in the game is a pretty good bit, and the amount of times you're going to be tac sprinting while hit by the mangler isn't that many. I just really think this is kind of useless. It could be worked a little bit, or again, maybe something like Free Faller. Maybe this is going to become useful in a later map or a certain Easter egg or a challenge or something that we don't know about yet. Our second minor augment is called Quarterback. This is going to allow us to use equipment while sprinting. This is the one I'm using. I really like this one. It's going to allow you to throw stuns and flashes, throw your C4, Casimirs, monkeys while you're sprinting. And if you're up in the 30s, 40s, 50s for rounds, that's going to be pretty important. You can go down so easily trying to throw out a monkey bomb. So something like Quarterback is very helpful. Just keeps you snappy. And our third minor augment is called Hot Foot. This is going to allow you to gain a speed boost after your equipment takes out an enemy. I honestly just don't see the value in that. Like, it would be good for a second. Okay, that's nice, but how many C4s do you have? How many Molotovs do you have to where that's just going to be valuable? I think having that speed boost when you're using equipment, because you really use equipment when you need to, because it's hard to come by. The salvage is hard to come by. So when you need to throw a stun grenade out because you've been backed into a corner and you need a second to get your way out of there, and you throw a stun grenade at your feet, you want to be able to use that quickly or while you're sprinting in any situation. And so being able to get that equipment out while you're moving fast is super important. So, but that's what I would recommend: the walk faster while aiming, the Stalker major augment, and the Quarterback minor augment. Guys, if you've made it this far in the video, please consider hitting that like, hitting that share. It helps me out so much. I appreciate it so much. Hopefully you found it helpful. But Stamin Up, a classic perk So glad it's in the game. Our new perk that we're going to be getting with Citadel de Mort is going to be Vulture Aid. I'll be doing a video on that when I get it all unlocked. And another tip, if you guys are wondering which augments you should grind first, I honestly would grind the perks. At least get some of the stuff open for the perks before you start grinding other things, because you're going to be getting perks every game. They're going to be active pretty much the whole time you're playing, because you should be getting perks early. So they're going to be helping you 100% of the time, where these other augments that take forever to grind are only going to help you at certain times, when your field upgrade is powered up or when your ammo mod pops, and those are only every once in a while. So if you're wondering what to focus on, I would focus on the perks first. Get those leveled up so you're super powerful, and then you can start working on the other things. Or if there's something specific, like you really like a certain ammo mod, you know, get it unlocked where you're happy with that, and then go back to work on your perks. But that's just my suggestion. And guys, if you found some really neat uses for something like the Free Faller or the Dasher or Hard Target or Hot Foot that I just haven't thought about, please put it down there in the comments. I always love to see what you guys come up with. The zombies community is nuts, man. It's so creative. Like literally every day I read something in my comments and I'm like, did you come up with that? And I'm like, yeah, I was just, you know, thinking about this, or up here on top of the bank and punched, you know, used melee macchiato to punch zombies into the blood pool on Liberty Falls. You know, it's like, what I did, like, you know, once you say it, it seems kind of obvious, but I don't know. So anyway, man, I love y'all's comments. I love interacting with you guys down there. But thank y'all so much for the support on the videos lately. It's been insane. I've had, just in the last month, I've broken my view record twice for views in a day. So thank y'all so much for all the love on the videos and sharing the videos. I can't tell you how grateful I am. But hopefully I'll see you guys on my next perk video. Have a great one, guys.